I think that that is a really interesting point because as I was reading this, it was two parts. I was thinking myself, what is the point here? Because as you said, she's someone who operates almost in the shadows, right? She is in the background. She's not someone who is, going on all of these media hits, taking that media tour, going on all different cable news channels. That's not her. So when you sit for 11 interviews over the course of the year, I mean, that's just not something you're talking off the cuff. That's not just one comment. I mean, that those are a lot of conversations, right? And aside from those disagreements that you said, she also tried to distance herself from other policies, right? Like the tariffs. She said that there was a huge disagreement on whether tariffs were a good idea. She said she was aghast initially when USAID was shuttered. She said about immigration, I will concede that we've got to look harder at our process for deportation. That's when Kilmar Abrego Garcia was mistakenly deported. So, what do you think the point of all of this is then? Anthony Scaramucci said the Trump era is ending when top advisors feel emboldened to speak so candidly, something's up. Other people have said that this almost reads like an exit strategy. Is that something you agree with?
So Susie Wiles has been a very smart, savvy, strategic, prudent type of political operative. She is likely, you look at that Vanity Fair photo, she's probably one of the smartest, if not the smartest person in that room, just for sheer political practicality and logic and strategy. And there's no way she didn't know what she was doing. There's no way that she spoke foolishly, or she's not a hot-headed person. She's not someone to blurt things out and regret it later. Um, it almost looks like she's trying to make it easier for her to leave or to get fired. Now that's a trickier thing as Trump gets further along in his political career. He fired a lot of people. Anthony Scaramucci being one of the famous ones, who we now use his last name as a term meaning, what was it? A certain amount of hours for like the shortest job tenure ever. But now he acts like if he fires any of these people, that it's giving the left, it's giving the evil mainstream media a win. The way he's defended Kristi Noem, the way he's defended Pete Hegseth. I mean, Signalgate was the type of problem that would have, in any normal administration, resulted in multiple very swift firings, hearings, investigations, possibly criminal charges. And, Pete Hegseth still sits at the Pentagon. I don't know that this is a way to really escape the Trump administration, but it does kind of see like she's trying to, make it a little easier to get out the door.
And she's gotten a lot of support from her colleagues after this Vanity Fair article came out. I mean, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that she was essentially taken out of context and she was going on about her. I think Donald Trump Jr. said that she's the best chief of staff that President Trump has ever had. I'm curious, though, what you make of her comments about Vice President J.D. Vance. He is seen as the heir apparent to President Trump. I mean, in every poll about 2028, he is far and away the front runner. She called him a conspiracy theorist for a decade, and she said that him going from never Trump to now full MAGA was sort of political, she saw. What do you make of that?
I mean, again, it just sounds like a little bit of reputation management. She's trying to send a signal that, oh, I was the prudent one. I was the grown up in the room. And these people might have been saying and doing crazy things, but I'm not one of them. And so by, making this comment about JD Vance, she kind of like, stakes out her position on that. But, the thing is, as we all have seen, the conspiracy theories and all that aren't a negative with a lot of MAGA supporters. President Trump has continued to make claims about the 2020 election that are just simply not true. That Republican appointed judges, specifically Trump appointed judges, absolutely rejected as baseless and without evidence. So, if she's calling JD Vance a conspiracy theorist, that's not necessarily something that hurts him as he looks to run for president himself.